to MATIC, Polkadot, and Chainlink. We're going to give you my latest price targets on 3 great projects which become a staple of my portfolio. We're going to be walking through all of these 3 projects, and I'm going to be sharing with you my exact conservative and slightly riskier price targets. Plus, we can take a look at the Bitcoin chart to see where we're heading in the great scheme of things. Guys, don't forget to smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. As always, if you want to buy any of these cryptocurrencies or trade in any of these moves, you can do so using BYBIT or BitGet. Both of these platforms, links in the description, are platforms I use personally to trade. Now, as you guys know, if you've been watching this channel for a while, these are the staples of my portfolio when it comes to altcoins. I've been talking about these coins ever since I've been making YouTube videos, and no doubt I've been accumulating these for long before I was making any crypto content here on YouTube. MATIC, Polkadot, Chainlink. MATIC has had a lot of attention recently. We can see here we're quite significantly off our lows of 0.3. This had a lot of attention leading up to the Ethereum merge, and it's held up pretty well since. Polkadot, we know it had a really strong run up to the end of last year when they launched their parent chains, and then we've seen it slightly fallen off. So have I changed my opinion on Polkadot? We're going to come on to that also. And also Chainlink, the de facto data oracle, which every smart contract platform pretty much is using. This is the key, but often lies under the radar. So we're going to get into all 3 of these, but first, guys, let's quickly take a look here at the Bitcoin chart. We had a difficult day yesterday after non-farm payrolls came in very strongly. We covered that off in yesterday's video. Go catch up on that at your leisure, but that is why we're seeing some red. You can see we got rejected from the top here. Now we need to see, do we bounce from this level? You can see I've got this trend line here. Can we get a green weekend to allow us to bounce from this level? Because if we don't, we could be heading back down to 18,700, and things won't be fun, in my opinion, if we head down to there. I'm not sure if that level is going to hold. We've held it so many times, but remember, the more times you test that level, the more likely it is to break. So that's where we're sitting here on Bitcoin. Go watch my content from yesterday to get a good understanding of the macroeconomy. MATIC, and I'm sitting here on the daily chart. You can see it's held up pretty well, right? We were in this ascending wedge, and around mid-August, we fell out of it, but we managed to hold up pretty well. Some important support coming from that 70-cent mark. We know that's an important level, but more importantly, from the lows of around 32, 33 cents here on MATIC, MATIC has been one of those that has outperformed during this crypto winter, largely because of the ETH 2.0 narrative, but also some amazing biz dev work. We saw they've done some really good partnerships, whether it's with Facebook, whether it's with Disney, and they've just been keeping the cog moving, right? They're putting out enough good positive news that there is still retail interest in this project. More exciting for me, however, is the longer term play. This is a project I've been continuing to DCA in for a good couple of years now, and I believe this is what I call a blue chip. All 3 of these coins we're looking at today, I call blue chips, and unless something fundamentally changes with them, there's a hack, the team changes, or they want to change course, I continue to dollar cost average in on these plays. Okay, these are important plays for my portfolio, and I know they're not the hottest coins. I know they're not the most exciting sometimes, but these are the staples. These are the boring ones, the veg, like I like to say. Eat your veg. I always make sure I'm dollar cost averaging in on some of these plays. So we see we're holding up nicely there. Let's bring out the EMA ribbon, and you can see here on the daily chart, we're just coming back down to test it, but you can see this has been volatile. We've lost the EMA ribbon, regained it. So this is called sideways action, and this is based on Bitcoin still being in that sideways channel. So this is nothing to be surprised about. Let's also bring out our Bollinger Band, because what I do want to show you is we are touching the top of the Bollinger Band. So do not be surprised to see us come back down to that 70 cents level for some support. Not only is that important horizontal support, but you can see that's the bottom of the Bollinger Band as well. So that would be a lovely dip buy opportunity at these kind of levels, but we have to obviously weigh that in with what Bitcoin is doing at that point. If Bitcoin's looking very weak, there's no point dip buying, because if Bitcoin's going to break 18,700, you can wait for even cheaper prices coming back down to 55 cents where the next support is here for Polkadot. So for MATIC. So if I was looking to accumulate any more MATIC, I'd be looking to nibble at around that 69 cents level, and I'll be going a lot heavier if you came back down to 55 cents. Those are the key levels. Whether we're going to head back to 31 cents lows is yet to be seen. I think you need Bitcoin to tumble down to 17,600. Even then, there's no guarantee that you're going to get back to that 31, because the narrative on MATIC has been really, really strong. So what is my price target? Well, let's pop off this Bollinger Band. And what I'm going to show you is I've put the Fibonacci lines in, and I've done it from swing low to swing high. And what you can see is the Fibonacci level 0.618 to 0.65 range brings you comfortably, in my opinion, to a $2 MATIC, and that's very conservative. I mean, we're already sitting at 80 cents. If you manage to dollar cost average in, as we were doing on this channel, around the 33 cents mark, that is a huge risk to return, and already you're double your money, nearly 2.5 times your money here on Polkadot from the dip buys here at the bottom. So it's done really, really well, but still there's a long way to go just to even get back to here. That's not even a full retracement back to all-time highs. All-time highs takes you to $3. You're comfortably, again, looking at close to a 2.5x there from where we currently are. A little bit more of a stretch target, but even then, very achievable in my opinion. I remember when we were monitoring this into the bull run going into November, December last year, MATIC was a strong performer, and we were setting the price targets. I remember we had the cup and handle pattern. We traded that successfully all the way up to $2.77, and then we hit our all-time high of $2.90. But what we do know is the Fibonacci extension, golden ratio 1.618, brings you to a $4.50 MATIC, and that is what I'm looking out for here. Quite, in my opinion, not, it's not conservative, but it's not the most crazy price prediction. You can make crazier price predictions for MATIC, but a $4.50, in my opinion, is a very comfortable range here. And at this point, that represents at least 5 times on your money here comfortably. So you're looking pretty good there at that ratio. And that's what I'm looking at as a comfortable thesis on MATIC. And a lot of people are saying, oh, ETH 2.0 is here. You're not going to need layer 2 solutions. I've completely stayed against that. I've said, no, you're going to continue to need layer 2 scaling solutions. And MATIC is poised. Polygon is the one that is the early adopter there. They've got all the movements. They've got all the best dev. And it's theirs to lose right now. So if another layer 2 solution like Optimism or Loopring come and knock Polygon off its perch, that is the failing of Polygon. They're the far leaders right now in market cap, in biz dev, in the adoption that they've got, in the number of transactions per day that they're carrying out, that it really is theirs to lose at this point. So MATIC, huge part of my portfolio, continue to dollar cost average in the layer 2 segment of my portfolio. Obviously, it's the biggest layer 2 allocation in my portfolio. Now let's move on to Polkadot. And again, let's start off with the daily chart. And what we want to look at here, you are seeing that we did get the break of our long-term downtrend, but then we just fizzled back out. So you're seeing some really poor performance, in my opinion, here from Polkadot. So you saw what we saw over there from MATIC. We managed to be quite off our lows. Polkadot is sitting pretty much at its lows. I mean, its lows there at around $6, and we're sitting at $6.37 right now. So we're not far off our swing low here and our full crypto market low. So this is quite worrying for Polkadot. And the reason for that is Bitcoin still has some room to fall, right? If Bitcoin wants to go to that 18,700 level, and then worse, if it wants to go retest 17,600 or even lower than that, Polkadot doesn't have any room here. This will be tumbling a lot further down and creating a new crypto winter low. So it's not got any room here. It's already sitting at its lows. And this could get quite nasty, down to $5, down to $3.50 here if Bitcoin wants to deteriorate. But do I think this is a good long-term hold? I continue to think so, yes. I do think there's a lot other exciting, shinier projects, right? People will want to talk to you about Sui, or they want to talk to you about Avalanche, or they want to talk to you about Phantom, which I understand. And I think some of those deserve a good part in your portfolio. But these boring ones, I don't want to ignore, particularly a project with Gavin Wood at the head. You've got really good progression. They've completed their white paper. They've launched the parachain. The attention they had in November was huge. And I think they're gonna have their cycle back again. I think they're just doing their work quietly in the bear market. And I think they're smart enough to know that their narrative is going to come back around to Polkadot, and they're going to take advantage of that as the markets start to recover. But definitely, given the environment we're in, this crypto winter, which could last for a lot longer. I mean, we could be heading into a global financial crisis right now. I know people don't like to hear those words, but that's the reality. Projects just need to lay under the radar, keep building, and it's fine if you're not in the headlines. I think if you're not in the headlines, that is a good thing. Just stay quiet, keep chugging away, make sure you've not got liquidity issues, make sure you don't go bust, make sure you've got enough runway, make sure the team's still building. That's all I want from the projects I'm invested in right now. So let's come on to price targets for this project, because it's one I continue to believe in. I'm not selling any of my Polkadot. I am a little bit disappointed with some of their progress, and this is not as strong a bet as something like MATIC, but it still is one of my blue chip holdings. So for me, I'm looking at that 0.618 to 0.65 mark, and what that brings you here, 36 to 37 cents here on your Polkadot. So again, a nice 6 times risk reward, just bringing you back here. That's just if it retraced in the bull market and didn't even get back to all-time highs. Back to all-time highs then brings you to some more interesting prices, which come along the $55 range, which again is a huge risk to return, closer to your 8 to 9x here if on current price points here on Polkadot. And then if you want to look at your more exciting price target, looking at the Fibonacci extension, your 1.618 mark, then you're looking at an $85 Polkadot, which again is an insane 12-13x here on your return on a blue chip. This is not a project which, oh, it's new, it's, it's smaller market cap. Have they been through previous cycles before? No, they've been there, right? They've done it. They've got a really good founder at the head. They've launched majority of the white paper. It's active, it's working. Parachains have been voted for. They've got Kusama, their testnet as well. They're making really good progress, and it's a really good project. Now, obviously, the hype's died off, which is why you're getting such crazy pricing, but it's not long ago. We're talking not long ago, just about a year ago, less than a year ago, this was sitting at 55. What's the exact high here? The exact high, $55 here on Polkadot. So insane that you're able to go and pick up the same project, arguably better because they're still building on it, at $6. So a lot of the hype has definitely dissipated away from Polkadot. Now let's move on to Chainlink. And again, let's head on over to the daily chart and let's look at how has it been performing. And very similar to Polkadot, but not as bad. So Polkadot was really swimming next to its yellow line at the bottom here. Chainlink has managed to hold up a little bit better, but nowhere near MATIC, right? It's still very close to lows. It's waiting to come and test some of these lows back at the bottom here at $5. And again, if Bitcoin wants to go to 17,600, those are the kind of levels you want to be looking out for here on Chainlink if you want to buy any dip buys. And I think it's really realistic that you could be nibbling this at $5, definitely $6 here on Chainlink. And again, why is this something I want to be invested in? Well, if you were to do a survey of all the smart contract developers out there, a large, vast majority would scream and cry if you were to ever turn off Chainlink. If you turned off Chainlink, which is the data oracle providing data streams to all these smart contract platforms, dApp developers would be in huge trouble. There's no other platform that's easily, and correct me if I'm wrong, interchangeable with Chainlink at this point. They're just too far ahead. Again, early mover adopter, just like MATIC is in the layer 2 space, Chainlink was the original data oracle. And yes, there's some other smaller data oracles out there on different layer 1 blockchains, but for now, they're still the de facto leader. For that purposes, I can't see it going anywhere, and I think it's a good stable hold for me as a blue chip, which again has been through bear markets, has been through these cycles before, and I think it will survive through this period as well. And as you can see from my thinking, when I'm investing in projects which I want to hold through bear markets and dollar cost average even more during bear markets, they've got to be projects which fundamentally I think can survive. There's a very different belief system in holding a project and DCAing for a crypto winter versus picking up a high project on the way up and trading it just on the upward leg. Right? That's very different to holding something through the crypto winter. I'm not holding anything for a winter where there's potentially a global financial crisis if I don't think it's a stable hold. That is why I'm so focused on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then I'm worried about a few layer 1s, layer 2s, and my strong blue chip plays. Other than that, I'm not getting excited with crazy risky plays right now. It's not the time for it, in my humble opinion, but of course, do your own. Now, let's get on to our price targets here for Chainlink. And again, Fibonacci ratio, let's take them from swing low to swing high. Let's look at what we've got. So what we can see here is, again, comfortably coming back up to just your golden pocket. Your golden pocket brings you in this range at $36 to $34 here on Chainlink. Considering you're buying at around $7 right now, and I think you can get the opportunity around $5 again, definitely between 5 and 6, I think we can dip down back to that level again. Then you're looking at a comfortable 6 to 7x on your money just to retrace back up to here. That's not even going back to all-time highs, guys. Then if you're talking about getting back to all-time highs, that is a 10, 12x on your money, getting back to that $52 range. Again, it's insane. At just under a year ago, we were sitting at $52 on Chainlink. Nothing, in my opinion, has fundamentally changed. I've not heard of crazy hacks. I've not heard of the team changing direction or suddenly not believing in their project. It still is the data oracle that is used. This is just the downside from a crypto bear market, which gives us conviction to say, hang on, nothing has changed here versus here. So why am I not buying here when I was FOMOing in up there? And that's the psychology. That's what we need to. Looking at the Fibonacci extension, then things get even more exciting. 1.618 level here brings you an $82 price target on your Chainlink, which again, when you're buying at $7 right now, or even if you're able to buy at 6 or 5, you're looking at a crazy risk to reward there, all the way up in that range, up towards $82 on Chainlink. So there you have it, guys. Those are my price targets on 3 solid blue chip platforms, which I'm continuing to DCA and continue to believe. Now, am I DCAing literally right now? No, but if we do get some lower price points, as I've always said in plenty of my videos, I want to eat my veg first. I want to make sure I've got enough Bitcoin, make sure I've accumulated enough Ethereum, and then if price is still suppressed and I've got time to accumulate some of these other blue chips, then I will do so based on if I'm under or overweight. So each of these platforms in my portfolio have a carefully crafted percentage where I do not let my MATIC position be more than this percent of the layer 2 section of my portfolio. I do not let the link allocation get more than this much of any data oracles or accessory plays in my portfolio. And if you want to go through this, if you want to learn more about this, consider joining our member live streams. Yes, 3 times weekly member live streams where we go through this kind of stuff. We look at your favorite projects, we look at tokenomics, and we do it together with our members. We jump on a live stream and we do that together 3 times a week. And I talk about what I'm doing in the market. We can do portfolio critiques. I can look at your portfolio, give you guidance as well. So definitely check those out. Links in description, ijaz.uk/member. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to go watch this video here, and I'll see you in the next one.